Have you ever walked into the room, seen your loved one, and thought, I miss who they used to be? I have, and if you're caring for someone with dementia, you probably have too. It's a quiet kind of grief, the kind nobody prepares you for, because the person you love is still here, and yet in so many ways, they're not. Today, I want to talk about that grief, why it feels so overwhelming, and most importantly, what to do with it. Hi, I'm 𝗪𝗵𝗶𝘆. My wife Sonia was diagnosed with Alzheimer's in January 2020 at the age of 65. I've seen too many caregivers suffer physically, emotionally, and mentally, oftentimes more than the loved ones they care for. I was determined not to let this disease take me down, and I found a way to cope. Now I help other caregivers do the same. When we think about grief, we usually think about losing someone entirely. But as caregivers, we experience what's called ambiguous loss. Your loved one is physically present, but pieces of who they were, their memories, their personality, the way they used to laugh at your jokes or hold your hand, begin to slip away. It feels like someone stole parts of them and left you holding all the pieces. I remember the first time I felt it with Sonia. She looked at me with this blank stare. The kind that tells you she's searching for something familiar but just can't find it. My heart broke in that moment. I realized I wasn't just losing memories with her, I was slowly losing memories of her. If you've ever felt that way, please know this. You're not alone, and what you're feeling is valid. Why does this grief hit so hard? This kind of grief is exhausting because it doesn't happen all at once. It's not a single blow. It's 1,000 little cuts. One day they forget your name. Another day they stop asking about your life. And one day you realize you haven't heard them say I love you in months. Each moment feels small, but together they add up. And without even realizing it, you start carrying this silent weight, a mix of sadness, guilt, frustration, and even anger. And here's the thing, you can't just get over it because your loved one is still here. The grief gets triggered over and over again, and sometimes it feels endless. One of the hardest lessons I had to learn was this: you cannot heal from grief you refuse to acknowledge. For a long time, I told myself I needed to stay strong. I thought if I let myself feel it, I'd completely fall apart. But here's what I discovered. Grief demands to be felt, and pushing it down doesn't make it go away, it just makes it heavier. So I started doing something simple. When the sadness came, I named it out loud. I missed who she used to be. I let myself cry when I needed to. I stopped apologizing for feeling broken. Because here's the truth. Your grief doesn't make you weak, it makes you human. I won't lie to you. You'll continue to lose pieces of the person they once were. But that doesn't mean your relationship has to end. It just changes. I started shifting my focus from what was gone to what was still here. Sonia might not remember the vacations we took, but she still loves the smell of fresh flowers. She might forget our conversations, but she still lights up when I play her favorite music. Sometimes she'll hold my hand without saying a word, and in that moment, she's still here with me. This doesn't erase the grief, but it gives me moments of connection that are real, meaningful, and deeply healing. Here's something I want every caregiver to hear. Missing who they used to be does not mean you love them any less. I used to feel guilty for longing for the old Sonia, like somehow that meant I wasn't honoring the person she is today. But here's what I've come to understand. You can grieve the person they used to be while still loving the person in front of you. These two truths can exist at the same time. And giving yourself permission to hold both makes the burden a little lighter. This journey will drain you if you don't fill yourself back up. It's not selfish, it's survival. Find your support system. Talk to people who understand this unique grief, support groups, friends, or other caregivers. Give yourself space. Step away when you can, even if it's just for 5 minutes of deep breathing. Practice self-compassion. You're carrying a weight most people can't even imagine. Give yourself grace for the days when it feels like too much, because here's the truth. You cannot pour from an empty cup. If no one's told you this day, let me be the one to say it. You are doing enough. You are enough. And even on the days when it feels like you're breaking, the love you're giving matters more than you can possibly know. I'd love to hear from you. How do you cope with missing the person your loved one used to be? Share your thoughts below so other caregivers know they're not alone. If you're feeling overwhelmed, exhausted, or like you're losing yourself in caregiving, you're not alone. That's exactly why I created the Caregiver Mastery System, a step-by-step emotional roadmap to help you manage stress, anger, and burnout so you can care for your loved one without sacrificing yourself in the process. Inside, you'll discover how to say yes to yourself without guilt, reduce overwhelm, and reclaim peace, even in the hardest moments. I call this Heaven Island, a place of peace, clarity, and deep acceptance, where you can show up for the one you love without losing who you are. And just so you know, this isn't some time-consuming program. I didn't create it to add more to your plate. I built it to take the weight off your shoulders. The lessons are short, practical, and easy to follow. And if you apply what I teach, even for just a few minutes a day, I guarantee you'll start to feel a real difference in 2 to 3 weeks. Click the link below or visit caregivermasterysystem.com to get started today. If this video helped you, please like, share, and subscribe. I post new caregiver support videos every Monday and Thursday. And if this message spoke to you, use the hashtag Caregiver Mastery so others can find the support they need too. You're not alone. Let's get through this together.